Welcome to ReactJS video series, and in this video I'm going to talk about state versus props. In my previous video I already discussed about state and props and how to use state and props. So state and props both holding information related to the component. So state basically contain a private information for the component. Private means because the state is only and only applicable to hold the information within the components. It's like local variable. So that's why I said contain private information for the component to initialize, change and use it on that component only. You cannot use state variable outside the component. Okay, and we keep information into state whenever we need to perform the rendering. Means, okay, so suppose we have to show some information on UI, but some information we need to render, but some information we don't need UI to render. So that information don't keep inside the state variable, because if you are putting everything inside the state, then every time you are changing the state unnecessarily, the rendering is always happen. Props basically contain the information, again component information, and that is set by the parent component and used in a child component. Okay, so for example, if you want to pass information from one component to another component, in one component you just keep it inside the state, and that state information, if you want to pass in some other component, you just use the props to pass that state information to the another component. So props are the way to pass information between the component, and that is immutable, means you cannot change once you assign. I'll show you in a code demonstration like how to use. Here in this code sample you can see I have a state. I just defined some state. So this is the place where we assign the state. So whenever first time we are assigning the state, inside the constructor we always use this dot state and then the property like first name and last name. But next time whenever we are doing on the user action, you want to update the information about the state, we always use set state this way. Okay, so whenever we are performing any first name and last name, we set it value here, we update it here, and we can display it in a render component. We pass in render component, we can use only this way, first name and last name. But this information I just wanted to pass to another component, that is a detail component. So this is the child component. So this state information I just wanted to pass in a detail component. We can use here. I'm just using spread operator. So spread operator means we just contain the information in a one object and put it inside one variable, and that variable you just pass with a 3 dot, that is a spread operator, and we can access here like this dot props and first name last name. So this is the way like how to use state and props, and that is the difference, like state where we use and props where we use. But unnecessarily don't put it all the information inside the only state. Whatever necessarily value where you think, okay, if I put it because I want to render the application, okay, in that case you just keep it inside the state. Thank you so much.